What's up everyone on YouTube, this is Madawa with a new guide on Leo. It's been a while, I'm sorry for that. I haven't had the motivation to play this game a little bit, I can't lie, with the new patches and stuff. But today I want to talk about Heat. Heat in general a bit, and also how you will utilize it with Leo. I will go through the moves that Leo has to get into Heat, and in what situation you will enter Heat. And also how to optimize Heat mode, because the worst thing you can do is enter Heat somehow, maybe even manual. You waste your timer and you are not utilizing it properly. So today I want to talk about all of this, and I'm gonna start with when you will use Heat. When do you press this Heat button? So I'm gonna say there are 3 situations where you will get Heat and you will enter into Heat. One is if you use it doing combos. Let's say for example up forward to 1. Up forward to 1 has a very hard picker with while standing free. Let's see if I can do it. It's been a minute. There we go. So this is the pickup. Not an easy combo, so the easiest way to convert from this launcher is using Heat. As you can see, it launches instantly. And you still have your screw and everything. So that's one way in one round doing your matches, where you will enter Heat instantly afterwards. In general combos, yeah. So let's say for example that's a 1+2 on counter hit. Also gives you Heat. You use your combos and then you have your Heat afterwards to use. That's one way to enter Heat. So I'm gonna say up forward to 1 is one way. Sidestep 1+2 is an option. You have to dash though, so gotta be quick on the dash. Even something like quarter circle forward 2, 1. If the second one hits, say like this. Technically, you can use it like this, although you can also pick up technically. I'm just saying. You can also use your Heat there. So, combo route is one way to enter Heat. Second way is by using your Heat engagers, which they are a bit different purpose-wise. So, I'm gonna go through them quickly. So, just to explain when you use what and how you will enter Heat afterwards. So down back 2-4 is 16 frames, so it's a bit specific punish on 16 frames, like -16. Or if it's not block punishment, it's either gonna be with punishment, because it has really good range. It's one of Leo's moves that has like the most range. Or you just use it in the neutral and try to hit confirm this move, as I said in some other videos already. If you're just playing your game with your opponent and then you do down back 2-4, you will try to delay as much as possible until you see it's actually on hit, and you add the 4, and that's how you enter Heat. That's the point of down back 2-4. Either block or with punishment, or in neutral after hit confirming it. Back to 1+2, also again with punisher, decent one, has also some decent range, as you can see. Or also -14 block punishment, as you can tell. And also, very important, back 1+4 on counter hit instantly gives you +14, which is this move. This is the main purpose of this. Also, if you use his kick parry, Leo's kick parry, this one, up back 1 on kicks, you're also +14. That means also back to 1+2. Gives you Heat. That's that done basically. While seeing 4-1+2, again 11 frame punish, gives you Heat afterwards. Very important to know that. Also, if you hit this low, quarter circle forward 1 on counter hit, guaranteed afterwards. That's one way to enter Heat. Forward 4. I mean not forward 4, I'm sorry, but it's K and K 1-2, which is this here. It's a delayable string, these two. And if the first one hits, the second one also connects. Main purpose to use, or like the best way to use this is by getting forward 4 and counter hit. Since you get this afterwards, and it's a combo. Also, you're again in heat, and it's a combo. Since if this connects a counter hit, you're plus enough. Other than that, you can use it doing neutral to catch your opponent off guard, or them mashing in your stances, since you're safe anyways. That's forward 4. This one is a bit more specific, because it's a power crush as well. You could use it doing neutral, but it's not recommended, because you have better tools in neutral. There are some situations where, let's see if I can actually record it. Let's see. Let's do like down forward 1. Okay, for example, your opponent is not ready for your stances and he's pressing very late into the stance. For example, they could do even something way slower and it will work. This, for example, can interrupt some moments where you go into block, doing your pressure. Let's see. If they are very slow and they're not ready, you can use the power crush armor function, and then you enter heat. That's basically one way to do it. People who try to go and beat your stance and they are not very ready for it, you can beat them out of it basically by using the armor. So that's that. And then that's it. That's the heat engagers. The other ones are the heat smashes, which I can tell in a second as well. That was that. Alright, so we have combo extensions. That was number 1. You enter heat, bam, done. Second one is the heat engagers, and I just explained when you will use what move, in what situation. That's that done. Okay. Third option is basically you use manual heat, which is this here, while you are getting pressured. That's like the other situation. If you're getting pressured a lot and you wanna get off your opponent, you will use a heat engager like this, like heat burst, manually, and you will enter half the state of the heat, of the meter, basically. So these 3 options, or these 3 ways, you will be entering heat. And now I'll explain what you will do with Leo to maximize heat. Okay, so let's keep on heat. Can I have it infinitely? No heat limit. No. So I guess I can't keep it for infinite. Okay, that's fine. So doing heat, basically, you have tons of options as every character, besides dealing chip damage on block. That is like the generic thing, right? You will do chip damage on every move. And then all of these moves, which I just talked about before, like back to 1+2 and down back to 4, they are giving you different properties on hit afterwards. So, if you punish something on -14, as we mentioned before, we have this move, back to 1+2. And as you can tell, it turns into a full combo on hit. So, for example, if you are punishing something while you're in heat, or, and that's important, if you get this doing heat, full launcher. Remember this. If you are in heat, this here becomes a counter launcher suddenly. That's so dangerous, you know. Very important to know. Even the parry. The kick parry you mentioned. Afterwards, you get a full launch. So keep that in mind. Next up we had down back to 4. Actually, we should go through the order. Alright. Down back to 4. Again. You can use it in the neutral and hit confirm it. So basically, if you are really good and you are learning it more and more, this becomes a safe launcher, basically, because you can always hit confirm it. And it has insane range. And the damage is big afterwards, as you can see. So this move becomes deadly in heat. Very, very good tool in heat. Then we have while standing for 1+2. This one is a bit special since it doesn't launch if you use your heat dash. You just get sets up 1+2. You could also do while standing 1-4-1 and try to get a wall split like this, but sometimes it is better if you are punishing something in heat to just use it like this, because Leo has even better tools doing heat to do more damage, and you can save your meter. Depends though how much you have left, how much time. Maybe it's just before the end, then use it obviously, because you don't know if you have any chance afterwards. But also technically again, if you have this quarter circle forward 1 low on counter hit, you can also technically hit dash. If you know it will kill, it's a good option for sure. And then this one's also pretty damn strong, because this basically tells you that forward 4 is a counter at launch and heat, if you are ready for it. If you are not sure if it's on counter or not, you can just do K and K1 as well, and just delay the 2, since it's still guaranteed. And then just add the next hit. Also launcher. So yeah, that's that. And then block 1+2, same situation. There's nothing specific about this technically, but it has armor priority property, and you can do a stomp afterwards. Not the best tool doing heat, I'm gonna be honest. You will use other moves more. And then heat smash is a bit hard to tell, because it depends on the situation. If you're with punishing something, it's gonna be a decent tool since it does good damage. And it jails, so they can't duck it, they can't press anything doing this. So it has its purpose for sure. And you can also hold down forward to go into crouch dash, where you can do the low for example. It's a good strat afterwards to mix up your opponent with either this or 2-1, or if you want to be really risky, you use 2-4, since it's also natural that string is guaranteed 1 hit. And then to mix all of this up, you have a low heat smash, which is only -13 as far as I know. Let's see again. I'm not saying anything wrong here. Yeah, -13. And if you are at a certain range, it can give you a wall split like this. It's a bit specific, but close to the wall, it can't give you a combo. Only if it's like this. As you can see, because if I do it from here, nothing happens. So yeah. Also, if you realize your opponent ducks a lot and you use it a lot, good way, what I have done as well, to mix this up with 1+2. Since it's safe anyways. No risk. And if I actually get comboed, then the situation repeats itself again. So yeah, really good. That's like the heat thing. That's how you maximize the heats and when you use what. So most of the times, what I have from experience, for example, I like to use up forward to 1 in neutral. I like to use up forward to 1 in neutral, and I just use heat. Most of the times you can carry to the wall. And now don't forget, very important, I'm still in heat, I use my combo. You have access to the moves I just mentioned, and you have lightning glare. Since Leo has that install, and you can use it doing heat. As you can see on the top, it uses a good chunk, so more or less you have like 2, maximum 3 times you can use it, if it's on block for example. And after heat ends, you still have lightning glare 1 more time. It gives you 1 more basically. So keep in mind, while you're in heat, you also have access to these 3 moves. And lightning glare, if you want to learn about lightning glare, I recommend watching my other guide where I was just talking about lightning glare. And yeah, keep that in mind while you have all your heat moves, to also think of lightning glare while playing. And yeah, that's that basically, you know. It depends on the situation. If you use this, you have half your heat. A little bit more, let's say like 75. If you get in a situation where you get your heat engages manually, you'll have a full bar, it can work with that. And as I said, don't forget about back 1+4 and Konosuke forward 1. These both give you heat automatically. And afterwards, you do your thing, you know, just what I mentioned. It really depends on the situation and it just comes with time. Like, you won't learn it overnight or something. It's something you have to get used to over time. And yeah, just keep practicing it and try to get a feeling for the moves. And every move has its own purpose, and in certain situations you will use different moves. So just keep that in mind while playing. And I think that is it. I'm thinking. I explained how to use heat. I explained what you can use in heat. And yeah, that's basically just what I wanted to talk about. Yeah. I think that's it. Thank you for watching. If I missed something, I'm gonna add this after this clip. After this video, I mean. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comment section as always. And yeah. Thank you for watching as always. And have a good day. Peace out.